Skyrim's map is a fairly impressive piece of technology as compared to the maps of many other games that preceded it. It's three-dimensional and it updates in real time, so you can see dragonfire on it if one is breathing fire while you're zoomed out on the map or some other such thing. However, as with all mods, there are some things that can be improved. One of the major ones I'm going to talk about today are roads. The sprawling network of roads that covers the entire province of Skyrim is a helpful aid, especially to those who are doing no fast travel playthroughs, like the style of Morrowind, where you just walk everywhere. However, as someone who uses that style of play myself, I often run into the issue where I want to get somewhere, and it's rather annoying to have to either cut straight across the country, which, although it can be an interesting exploratory opportunity, is not always something you want to do, or just blindly following the road signs to whichever town or hamlet you're trying to get to, as roads do not appear on the map. Today, I'm going to talk about some alternative maps that solve this problem and a few others. All of the maps I'm going to mention come from a single mod called a Quality World Map. It's not hard to find on the Nexus, it's one of the most popular mods, and I'll put a link down in the description to make it easy to get there. As you can see here, the map has a few things that are changed about it. Of course, the major one are the addition of the roads, but you can see that it's also outlined the water a bit better to make more clear where that is, and also this is at night. Typically, if you open up a Skyrim map at night, it will be a much darker version of itself as it's being rendered in real time. However, this new map is locked in daytime, which makes it easier to see exactly where it's going. This newer map also does a good job of highlighting the terrain differences between different provinces. You can see that there are white snow all over the place in some of the more northern, colder regions, and there are greener, grayer, browner tundras and areas that are closer to that in the geography of Skyrim. One of the other nice features is that for each different version of the map, there are typically two more versions of each one as pertaining to the roads. Some maps show only the main thoroughfares and big roads, while others show all of the little paths that you might need to travel, and which one you want to use is entirely up to you, and it's a very nice tool to have. One of the other options that you can have for this particular mod is of course the option to have a vivid map. As you should be able to see here, this one especially highlights those terrain differences, and generally makes it a much more colorful experience. Skyrim's map, like many other parts of the game, does tend to suffer from a bit of grayish coloring, and it's not generally very exciting to look at, and so this vivid map may be what you want to see instead. The mod also offers a lovely option to replace the generic flat dirt road textures that are put on the map with nice stone ones that reflect the actual look of the roads in-game. It's nice for immersion. Now we move to one of the more interesting options in the form of the paper map. This is an interesting alternative that allows you to have, well, a map that you actually mark locations on. It's a little bit odd, and you can tell that it's not how it was meant to be. The 3D axis the map is meant to work on still affects the map markers and can occasionally cause them to look a little weird. And I'll admit that the ability to only zoom out so far can prove a little bit hamstringing on this particular map. However, if you're a sucker for immersion, this is an excellent add-on to your game, and it looks quite cool. I'll admit a little disappointment that it's not the map included with the physical copies of the game, but at the same time I can understand the technological reasons that likely resulted in them not choosing that map. That's all the maps this mod has to offer, and so we're going to call it a video there. I'm continuing to look into this format, and I think this is going to be most of what this channel does from now on, because there aren't a whole lot of tutorial videos that need to be made. But if you were interested in this, feel free to submit ideas for mods in the comments, and I may look them over and just see if I have a review to give. Alright, that's good for now. Goodbye.